Welcome. Today I'm a little bit excited because I just got a shipment. My first ever chess clock, the DGT North American, or just the DGT NA. And I've never had a chess clock before. In fact, I've only ever used a physical chess clock once before, and that was about 30 years ago, and it was an analog with the little ticky hands, which was really difficult to tell how many seconds were left, and had a little push button on the side that I think it was an old clock. But anyway, I assume from my research and ordering that most clocks used by most people today are these digital types, and DGT seems to be one of the most common brands. It was just slightly larger than I expected, even though it said in the dimensions it was about 7.5 inches. It's like, I have a large head, but it's a good size clock. And on the back, or the bottom I should say, there are a list of the codes, because you will need to remember which time setting you're going to use. Also, the on-off button is right here on the bottom, so it would not be pressed accidentally while playing. So let's press that and turn on the on button, and you can see that it does not display a time. It displays a code. And I had selected previously the setting 14, which is time control with a bonus increment. And I have to accept that, I think, by pressing this button, and then it goes, and before I can use it, I have to approve of each digit. Those are the minutes and the seconds of the time control, so 10 minutes and no seconds. And then I have to approve of each digit for the other player, in case, I guess, you wanted to have 2 different time periods for the players. And then the bonus increment, those digits have to be approved separately too. So if I wanted to play 10 plus 5, I have to click this thing, I don't know, how many times was that? 15 times? And now it's ready. And whichever side is up is going to be the white player. And if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you press play, and the time starts counting. Okay. So when you've made your move, press the rocker switch, the other side starts counting. You saw that 5 seconds were added here. I'm going to let that go under 10 minutes, and then 5 seconds were added. The other player gets to move. Pause. Now, I'm going to turn that off to save the battery. It did come with 2 AA batteries, which is what was required. That's handy, although we have plenty here in the house because we have had young children. Lots of AA batteries. There's an owner's manual. Which this is one of the disappointing parts of the clock, was this owner's manual. It does come in 3 languages, in case English isn't your preferred language. But the print in all of the languages is very, very tiny. Does that even focus there? No? There you go. I was holding about 3 inches from the webcam in order for you to be able to read those words. But for me to read it, even with my reading glasses, I have to hold it at quite a distance and barely make it out. So I'm going to have to use actual magnifiers in order to read this, which I did earlier in order to figure out how to set that 10 plus 5 time control. The good thing about it is it's a good size. There was another DGT clock I was considering, but the dimensions were 5.5 inches, so 2 full inches shorter than this, which I felt would be too small for 2 people playing at a good sized chessboard. The rocker switch, even though this entire thing is made out of plastic, that feels solid. I'll hold it next to the mic. It's not a really harsh audible click, but it's solid. The casing doesn't feel like it's going to crack every time I set it down. It has little rubber feet on the bottom, so it won't slide on a slick table surface, or at least not as much. Certainly won't scratch a table if you have a nice table. And batteries were obviously easy to put inside. The little case here just slides off and batteries go right in there. So the 2 disappointing things are how small the print was in the operator's manual, and how many clicks you have to go through to use it. Oh, third thing. Nowhere could I find in the operator's manual about how to reset it. So you've finished a game and there's still time on the clock, so you press the pause or stop button, but now you want to play another game. The only way I could find to get that clock back to its original position was to turn the clock off with the little button on bottom, turn it back on, and then go through those 15 or 20 clicks to confirm each digit. I have to confirm both digits of which code setting I wanted, 14, and then confirm every digit of the time control, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, and then all those for the other player, and then all 3 digits of the bonus for both players, and then it was ready. So that will be frustrating, but I don't know if there's, I don't know if other clocks do it better than that, if there's a reset button. I do know I'm not a electronics designer or programmer, and I'm certainly not an engineer. Just as a layperson, it seems like there would be a better way to design those so you could use them more easily. However, I'm excited to get to try it out. I'm going to wait till one of my opponents arrives home from school, and we'll try it out. So, thanks for watching.